Alright, welcome back. This is MDawg. We are going to keep going a little bit longer on this Hearthstone series that we started. And so we're now 4 days away from getting new weekly quests. So one thing I've got to decide is, do we want to just keep making progress without the weekly quest? Maybe we do, just even to do the daily each day. It is so nice to coincide playing with the quest, though, in terms of making progress on this rewards track. So, but for now, we do want to work on our daily and weekly. So using hero power and doing damage to enemy heroes. Kind of just need to decide which of our decks is going to do that the most. It may be Paladin. We often will hit the hero power in Paladin. I mean, for hero power, obviously Warlock. Maybe we should start with Warlock, because I know we'll hit the hero power more with that. And then we'll maybe work in some Paladin this episode. I guess the only downside to playing Warlock is that we're already past level 10 on Warlock.
Gul'dan versus Illidan. This ends now. Your soul shall be mine.
So this is a pretty good starting hand. We'll mulligan the 3-drop though, not because it's 3, but because it's more valuable at the end. Oh, we don't have our deck tracker up, do we?
Get it out! Get it out!
You know, I'm just not seeing other people play the watch posts, which I suspect is because since the nerf happened, they're just not worth it. And so it may be a little bit like, yeah, it might really be worth taking them out.
You don't take risks.
It may be worth moving towards taking the watch post out of all of our decks. I think as we've unlocked more cards, there just may be more impactful options available to us. So we can discard our lowest cost card and give our minions +1/+1. Like right now, that affects 3 minions. If we tap first, it could be 4 minions. And then we just don't do much this turn. So we lose Mortal Coil. Oh no, I always get confused by that. So it's actually minions on board that you've played, not minions in hand. So it will tell you, and this is a good lesson for me to say out loud, if it had been minions in hand, it would have said in hand. If it just says minions, that refers to what has already been played. And then some cards will say boost your minions in your deck, in play, and on the and in your hand. So you really have to read the card closely. I need to read the card more closely. So I think we probably just siphon Ogremancer. I guess we could play this and drain Soul, the 4/2. And then we've got a 2/2 and a 3/7. He does get a lot of, he gets some value off of that, but we want to find a Hysteria play here. It might have just been better to go ahead and Siphon Soul that and take care of it. We just had nothing to trade there. Okay. Hysteria could be the play. If he plays something with 4 health, for example. Yeah, I think this, if we Hysteria the Scorpid, it will full clear all of his minions, unless he plays something else. 3/5 tap. That would be 7 mana this turn. Of course, Hellfire works as well. Maybe we play Hellfire now.
Demons. Demons. Please help me find
So now this is not a full clear necessarily. Hellfire also doesn't look as good. So that was best case scenario, right?
Home is where the wagons. Home is where the wagons. You don't pick the ones, see? Ah, are you a fan of mine? Better be something good.
He just goes face here, doesn't he? 2, 2. Are we brave enough to Hellfire?
Take a trip. Take a trip.
I guess no more tapping, huh? This is one of those rare occasions where we're so low health that the old version of Draxus might have ended up being better, but in almost every case, this is just so much better of a card since he got buffed. To give us 5 shield and not impact the health. What used to happen is when you played this, you would lose all your health to whatever his starting health was.
I grow impatient.
Now you keep your health, so if you can play him when you've got 20 health or whatever, you still have 20 health plus the 5 shield, so it just really changes the impact of this card.
Time grows short. I grow impatient. You making a big mistake. That is my currency. They will never catch me.
Three, 5, 6. I still think our best chance is to play Draxus here. Right? I think so.
You face Jaraxxus, and now Lord of the Burning Legion.
And I guess we could have done Wave of Apathy as well if we had held it to turn 10. So we could have done Scorpid, Death's Head there, but I don't know. I think getting Draxus out, if it looks like you can live that next turn, it's usually worth doing. Now we can play multiple things here, potentially Wave of Apathy as well. That's probably the worst case scenario for him to get this one. Although it does kind of mess us up from being able to kill this Scorpid easily with our weapon. We probably just have to dig for AoE here.
The light protects me.
Okay, that maybe helps. Let's search for a spell. Yeah, none of these are great. 3/6 wave.
Hogs on the loose.
Whatever happens, we definitely need the healing from Death's Head here. We still have another one in our deck. We did not get to hit Inferno, which just seems like crazy, but...
My eyes for vengeance.
Ooh. Okay. We don't really run any AoE in this deck, do we? Just don't have everything unlocked yet. There is some good AoE in Warlock. It's really what they're known for, but that package, I don't know, and that package is not from the most recent expansion, at least some of it, so we might have to buy specific packs if we want to actually really build Warlock out here. Twisting Nether, please. Goodness. So that was not enough. He has lethal. If he sees it. I mean, we have 2 Twisting Nethers in our deck. Even though we don't have the AoE stuff yet, all we needed was 1 Twisting Nether there, and we would have stabilized. Arcane Devourer. Let's see. I think we probably did make some good progress. So 18 out of 65. We did tap a few times. I can tell we're not going to finish this in this one session on the hero power. Alright, we can rotate back and forth between maybe Warlock and Paladin. We'll see. This should be a good matchup.
The hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
It's a nice card for us to have in our starting hand. Rank spells are typically good. I like this starting hand. We don't really have as many, other than the one Night of Anointment, we don't really have as many 1-drops as we used to in this deck. I guess we could have gotten a Righteous Protector, but...
For justice.
Do we just let him frenzy that next turn with Hog Rancher?
Something need doing.
We are friends now. Hello, friend.
For justice.
So this does go with True Silver. We can do 2 health to all enemy minions if we have True Silver equipped.
No, that's not right.
Home is where the wagon is.
Next turn this upgrades, but I think we always play this here. It allows him to frenzy like crazy, but that's okay. We want to slow his train down a little bit. You really wonder if he's going to run... Oh, now he can't frenzy there. That's so good. You really wonder if he's going to run the card that brings back the frenzy. Actually, I can't remember. That might be a warrior card.
Take a trip.
Happy to get that one back. Okay.
Hogs on the loose.
Repent.
Let's see what he's got. Feel like we stabilized a little bit there. Eventually he'll maybe play 3 cards and we'll get galloping as well. Ah, yeah. I think we did put this in our hunter deck. We just haven't gotten to play with it yet. I think that's a cool card. Any card lets you discover like that is just, in my book, a good card. Very fun. Alright, this is where we can either start... Nah, let's just drop Karn. This is something he might want a freezing trap, so we gotta watch that. Yeah, I actually think we don't even attack here unless he plays... And we can attack his minion. Ooh, look at that, though. We also could let this get freezing trapped. Yeah, I think I like that. Once again...
Home is where the wagon is.
Okay. I mean, this is a lot worse if we play a minion. Well, maybe if we draw another minion next turn. Playing around those ice traps was important there. He didn't get to have the tempo back. Shoot, I meant to check. Hold on, let me check real quick. If I don't check before the match starts, I don't get to see it. So Aldor Peacekeeper, and Alex Straza, the Lifebender. Alex Straza is probably good enough to play in most of our decks. Do we still have Watch Post in here? No. Okay, good. We've taken it out of Paladin. Let's see. We've chosen not to add Equality. We had Carousel for a while, but we've taken it out. Guardian of Kings is now available if we need a little healing in our deck. So far, I haven't necessarily thought that we have. All right, let me cue this up. I'm going to take a quick bio break, but I'll be right back.
Uther versus Illidan. This ends now. I will fight with honor.
All right, we'll keep. So, Sword of the Fallen, this is the MVP of this deck, right? I would think that the win rate with this deck would be significantly different when you draw into Sword of the Fallen at the beginning of the game versus times when you don't. I think we'll just stay on Mana Curve for right now and not coin out a 2-drop yet. Because really, not only do secrets provide so much tempo and can change the game early, the other thing is, it's basically card draw, right? I mean, it removes that secret from your deck and plays it so that you're not drawing the secret. So after this, we hit again, and we, at this point at least, would pull one of our Galloping Saviors. So then we've got 3 secrets equipped, and 2 of those secrets we didn't have to draw. So it just helps cycle to other cards that will be more meaningful later in the game. It really is, I think, just such a key component to trying to put together a decent free-to-play Paladin deck early, based on the Baron cards specifically, at least.
I grow impatient. Time grows short. For justice,
I think it was worth playing into that. Now he has to spend the mana to attack the 3/1 or a spell or something to do that damage. There's no way he's going to be able to play both of those cards. Yeah, so basically now he does nothing. I think I want to see Transfer Student, especially if we get a minion here, yeah. Let's see what the dual class card is. This is where we'll use coin. Okay, we'll do that, not knowing for sure what we want to do turn 5. So the nice thing about getting the second minion out, why it was worth the coin, in my opinion, is because we know we have Avenge up. So that means our Scorpid in this case gets boosted a little bit and perhaps lives through whatever else he has to do here. If we hadn't had that, then both minions would have easily been killed. Oh, he still gets to kill it, but there's Galloping, so now he has to kill that. That worked out really well. So, do we have a way of punishing this in the sense of doing 2 damage? Is that a consecration target, perhaps? We're going to basically say here, you have to waste more resources on our Scorpid. We know we have a really strong turn 6 play.
I bet you can do this.
Okay. So now he has a very weak board that we're able to play Karn on. I think that was right. I'm not sure, but I think it was. I'm not sure how that not a lot that Silas is going to really be able to target in this matchup, I don't think. Libram here, I believe. So next turn we can Libram.
Hogs on the loose.
Scorpid was always wanting to go into Karn there, so by putting our Scorpid down, I think that helps that situation. Ooh, this might be a Silas play. Oh, never mind. Might have been a bad time for that to be revealed, actually. With this out.
I bet you can do this.
Does he have AoE here? He's got to have AoE. Okay. We just got too far ahead for the Pursuit of Justice and Ruby and Egg. Okay. Let's see what we just unlocked. Aldor Peacekeeper. Change an enemy minion's attack to 1. It's always been good. Is it good enough right now in our deck? It's I guess because we just have one of these, it's so seldom that this actually goes off. I don't know. Let's come back to that decision. The other thing that we unlocked is a card that I definitely think... Ooh, when did we unlock this? Wow, we're about to make this deck a lot heavier. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, we just got a lot. We have more in-game stuff now, right? But I think that makes us want to play, if not equality, maybe at least Aldor to help us get to in-game. So we'll just start off with a one-off. Yeah, and before we play another, other classes next time, we'll have to think about that, because both of those cards, both of those dragons are really good. They are just so heavy that some decks, they might be too expensive to put in. I think this one, it makes sense. If anything, it's like the one weakness of this deck was that
Uther versus Jaina.
we didn't have those like win in-game conditions to like push us over the edge at the end. But well, I guess we can keep an Ooze and a True Silver just because True Silver is so good. Ooze is a 2-drop in case we don't draw something better. Mage isn't going to have a weapon in almost any circumstance, so we don't need to save Ooze. And perhaps here we do go ahead and coin out Sword of the Fallen. So far, at least, it's not like Sword of the Fallen, for me, has really been used at all to get that 1 damage from the attack. We just put that wherever. We're just trying to rush those secrets out. In this case, we actually do have a target, which I think is pretty unusual. Most times we've not had a target. It's just really been about getting the secrets out, right? And this is where it just hasn't happened much, but if we could draw Northwatch Commander pretty soon, this Avenge is not going to go off until we have 2 minions, so we're guaranteed to get the card draw from that.
An incredible discovery.
For justice.
That's interesting. If we had hit that, it would have killed it. Might have been a misplay. We knew it was a 50-50 chance that the secret that would have gotten picked there would be Noble Sacrifice. So, yeah, it's arguable.
Home is where the wagon is.
The light dims.
So again, this is going with minions we have on board. Which in this matchup, how often are we going to have multiple minions on board? Not that often. So we use it as soon as it makes sense to use it. Mage has got so much removal that we're not counting on like, oh, let's wait till we have 3 minions we can boost. Past this turn here, I suspect we won't ever have 3 minions at the same time, but we'll see. And if we do, we're going to win quick. Okay, so we don't attack this, correct?
Take a trip.
See if it's barrier. Okay, it's not barrier. Let's actually play this. It could be, actually it could be Mirror Entity. In that case, we don't want to play Scorpid, I don't think. And the reason why I'm not attacking his minion, other than the fact that he's only got 10 health, is that there's no need for us to set off Oasis Ally at this point.
You win this.
So we move from the egg to an orange? Okay. That's weird. We are now an orange. Seven daily quests in a week? Wow. Year of the Phoenix card pack. I like it. Big roll here, big roll. Couple of rares. It's a good arena card. Good arena card. This could probably... Overconfident Orc could probably be justifiable in some of our decks right now. So we actually have Wave of Apathy now. Another good consecration. No, sorry. That's not correct. Yeah. Not correct. I haven't thought about that in a long time, but that neutral minion that used to be so good in Paladin decks, like Control Paladin decks, I think it was 2-drop. It is not in rotation anymore. It was basically like anytime you cast a spell, do 1 damage to all minions. So if you had a spell that made every minion have 1 health, then it cleaned the board. Yeah, that is no longer in rotation. So that does change, I guess, what Control Paladin can even look like. So let's see. I guess we can run one more match. Pursuit of Justice, Nerubian Egg. Since this has been a mostly Paladin themed episode, we'll run one last Paladin match here. See what we run into. We don't want to win too much because we don't want to get up against those top tier net decks. Although it hopefully won't happen too much since we're still in the beginner ranks.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I
Well,
will
there you go.
fight with honor.
That is a good combination there. So we get rid of the other 2-drop, I think, and just roll the dice here. Okay, so Sword of the Fallen into Northwatch Commander. It will almost always proc unless we happen to get Noble Sack as our first secret.
For justice.
They will always proc. Yeah, it is amazing. And that's what happens. Every time you play Secret Paladin, which we're not running full Secret Paladin, but it feels like they always have... it feels like they always have that stinking secret weapon in hand. Alright, so...
For justice.
I think we always do it this way because this requires him to spend 2 mana to kill 3/1, which I think he pretty much always would. Unless he has a spell or something that will kill it. So it slows him down a little bit. Now he can only spend 3 mana if he wants to use coin. Another good target for our True Silver. Yeah, so we're pretty okay with how that worked out. 2, 4, 5. We could throw a proactive Divine Shield on that, I suppose. Or just drop this, but I think I like this better. He could have been collecting small spells here. So, go ahead and drop that secret. Okay, sorry, I missed that. Let me see. Oh, he had combustion. So our Divine Shield did come into play. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's off mana, but we can have a 3-2 and a 1-1, or we can have a 3-3 with... Okay, we'll do this. We may get to see Ysera for the first time. Ysera the Dreamer.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Hey, we've played with that card before. What does it say? Max?
And that's +4 now.
Nice. Alright, here goes
This is not what we stood for.
the taunt. This is Flame Strike, isn't it? So he can fully clear with Flame Strike. But that's all he can do, right? Ooh, wow. Okay, hold on. I don't think we ever play this here, right? It's going to be a weak turn for us, but we've got some significant options next time. Actually, let's keep the pressure going here. How's he going to do with 2 impactful dragons back to back?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
I wonder if the right play here is to actually do this on the minion. On the other hand, we can do 17 damage here to his face.
And the cycle of life is reborn anew.
So, we didn't talk about Alexstrasza the Life Binder. We unlocked this, and at the same time we noticed we unlocked Ysera, right? But this card is... it gives you reach. So, like, if you get close to winning, but you haven't quite won, it gives you that 8 damage at the end. This card gives you legs because of the cards that it generates. So, technically, with 2 consecrations here, we are 1 off lethal. I actually think that we don't ever attack his face to proc Ice Barrier. Let's see what. Yeah. And we might as well dream this. And then we just do 5 damage. Oh, it's only minions. So it used to be all enemies. Does he have a...
My powers are never true.
does he have a way to heal?
True mastery takes dedication.
Okay, so that didn't work like I thought it was going to.
Every nightmare must end.
So now we have to activate it. Oh, you know what? I guess we had lethal there, didn't we?
Is there trouble?
I guess we had lethal there. I forgot about nightmare. Well, as long as one minion lives here, we're good.
This is not what we stood for.
It could be another ice barrier, actually.
Justice.
All right. Yeah, we're doing some work with this paladin deck. Straight into apple. Orange to apple. Apple's the superior fruit, right? Yeah, paladin's doing really well. I think it got better with the addition of those two dragons. It did slow it down, but overall I think it is a little stronger. Pursuit of Justice, +1 attack to Silverhand Recruit. So if you wanted to start doing a Silverhand Recruit build, you could. You're starting to get there. It goes with Warhorse Trainer, I suppose. But the other thing that we unlocked was a new neutral, right? Nerubian Egg. And here it is. It's kind of an interesting, especially when if you do have a lot of cards to buff your minions. You either have to have a way to trigger the death rattle or buff your minions, because you don't want just a 0/2 sitting out there not ever getting procced. But it's an interesting card. Some decks it does work well in. Okay, as always, thanks for watching, and I think next time I will try to at least wait until we have another daily quest, but we'll see, because we can just keep working on this hero power. I mean, that's going to take a while to get up to 50, but so we'll see. I'll either wait till we have another daily quest or not. Thanks again. See you next time.